Welcome everyone. Myself Professor D.S. Munde, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Processing and Food Engineering, KK Wagh College of Agricultural Engineering and Technology, Nasik. In this video lecture, we will study about the physical properties and characteristics. So this lecture is the part of the course Engineering Properties of the Agricultural Produce. This course belongs to the third semester of BTech Agricultural Engineering. Starting with the first slide. Basically, in this video lecture, we will cover three physical characteristics of the agricultural produce, that is size, shape, and roundness. So, along with this, we will also study the different methods to determine the size of the biological material. So starting with the size are important properties to describe an object satisfactorily. Size is the measurement of dimensions, while shape is the rigid form of the body. The definition of the size is the dimensional characteristics of the material is called as size, and the size or the dimensional characteristics may be measured in terms of length, breadth, thickness, height, or diameter of the product. So now we will see common methods used for measurement of size. So this is the instrument which is called as micrometer, screw gauge, which is used to measure the dimensional characteristics of the body, or particularly agricultural food grains, as we are dealing with the course. The size of the particle which are of big size like grain may be measured by using a very precise micrometer. So in this micrometer, various parts of the micrometer screw gauge are shown, that is anvil, spindle, spindle lock. The function of spindle lock is to lock the reading in order to take the measurement. So barrel, thimble, ratchet, thimble scale, barrel scale, and U-shaped frame. So thimble reading is also called as vernier scale reading, and the barrel scale reading is also called as main scale reading. Procedure. In order to determine the size of a particular grain, we have to first take a random sample having 10 grains from the given lot. The second step in the procedure is we have to measure the various dimensional characteristics like length, width, and thickness of each individual grain. The average of the dimension is calculated from the individual reading set. The advantage of this method is that this method is reliable, requires less time, and is accurate, useful to determine the size of large grains as wheat, soybean, paddy, pea, fruits, and vegetables. While conducting this experiment or taking readings by using micrometer screw gauge in order to determine the size, some precautions should be taken. That is, for accurate determination of size, the material should not be of irregular shape. That is, material should be of a regular size shape. The given lot should not have much variation in respect of dimensions. Now, after taking the varied dimensional readings, we have to calculate the value of each dimension by using the formula A plus B into LC, where A is the main scale reading, also called as barrel reading as we saw in the previous slide. B is the thimble reading, which is also called as vernier scale reading, and LC is nothing but the least count of micrometer screw gauge, which is 0.01 mm. So in order to determine the size of a particular grain, we have to select 10 random individual grains from the given lot. Then this is the table, observation table, uh, which shows the various dimensions, that is L, B and T. For every dimension we have to apply the formula A plus B into LC. So we have to take reading of 10 grains for length, for breadth and for thickness. Then finally we have to take average for each dimension, that is L average, B average, T average, and this will be in mm. So in this way we will find out the size of a particular grain. Vernier caliper. Vernier caliper having a least count of 0.01 centimeter or zero point 0.1 mm. This method can be used for determining the size of large fruits like guava, etc., vegetables like tomato, potato, etc. In the other words, micrometer screw gauge is used for the determination of dimension of a grains, and vernier caliper is used to measure the various dimensions of the large object like fruits and vegetable. And the method to determine the or to measure the various dimensions by using vernier caliper is same as we discussed in the micrometer screw gauge method. So the next method is projection method. This is the new method of size determination and it is used for irregular shaped agricultural products. So procedure: the projected areas along with three mutually perpendicular axes is taken and arithmetic mean of these areas is calculated. This value is nothing but the criteria area. The average size of the particle is determined from the criteria area, that is AC is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3. A1 is the area along the one particular axis, A2 is the area of the object in the another axis, and A3 is the area along the third axis. So where A1, A2 and A3 are the projected areas in three mutually perpendicular directions. Applications. So this method is suitable for size determination of vegetables and fruits like tomato, apples, carrot, etc. It is time consuming as projected areas of individual sample is to be determined. It may also be successfully used for small grains like sorghum and millet seeds. So this is the diagram of projection method to find out the size of a agricultural produce. Now the next method to determine the size is traveling microscope method. Most suitable method for grains of homogeneous size. It means traveling microscope method is used to determine the size of a grains having homogeneous size. This is a very accurate and reliable and can be considered as a standard method for measurement of size of small objects. Construction. The construction of traveling microscope instrument. The traveling microscope consists of a compound microscope mounted on a vertical rigid metal frame and can be fixed vertically or horizontally on it by means of screw provided for the purpose. It can be moved at right angles to or along its axis by means of a screw. Two separate main scales are provided, one on the frame and the other on metal bar, and each scale reads millimeter. A vernier is attached to each scale. The distance through which the microscope moves can be read over the scale by the aid of the vernier attached, and size may be calculated as per the laid guidelines. Procedure to determine the size by using traveling microscope method. The first step is for measuring the distance between the 2 points on an object. The object is placed below the microscope. Then the microscope is focused at one of the 2 points of the object. Then the line joining the 2 points is made parallel to the direction of motion of the microscope. Then the point of intersection of the cross wire of the microscope is then made to coincide with the focus point, and microscope is again focused for sharp image. The distance is read on the scale to obtain the size of the object. So this is the instrument traveling microscope, which is used to determine the size of homogeneous grains. The next method is sieve analysis method. This is the most accurate method of size determination of a particle having size not less than 4 mm. The size is determined by screening the given sample through a series of sieves. The machine which is used to measure the size consists of a number of sieves arranged in a series. This method is particularly adopted for heterogeneous means of different sizes in the ground or raw form. The method is simple and economical. There is a one condition that the material should be of less than 4 mm size. For determining the size, the particle should be less than 4 mm size. Two types of sieves, that is Indian Standard Sieves ISS and British Standard Sieves BS, are commonly used for the purpose. A row tap is the machine which has a definite shaking motion for a desired time of operation is used for sieve analysis. Procedure. For determining the size of a particle, 100 gram of sample of the material is placed in the top sieve. Sieving is allowed for a duration of 5 minutes. Then the retaining portion of each sieve is collected and weighed separately. The result of each portion can be expressed in terms of percentage of material by weight remaining on each sieve. The average size of the material, that is D, in mm is calculated by using the following equation, that is D is equal to 0.10332 into 2 raised to the power Fm, where Fm is the fineness modulus. The definition of fineness modulus is that it is defined as the sum of weight fractions retained above each sieve divided by 100. So in this way, the material which retained above each screen is collected and weighed. Then we have to make addition of all the weights collected from each sieve, and this addition is divided by the 100 to get the fineness modulus. It is an accurate method but requires skilled person to handle. So the next physical property is roundness. Roundness is nothing but the measure of the sharpness of the corners in the solid. So there are basically three methods which are used to measure the roundness. The first is roundness, which is nothing but the ratio of AP by AC, where AP is nothing but the largest projected area of object in natural rest position, and AC is the area of smallest circumscribing circle. It is also given as the ratio of largest projected area of the particle when it is in natural rest position, that is AP, to the area of smallest circumscribing circle AC, which is shown by this diagram. The next method to determine the to measure the roundness is summation of small r divided by n into capital R, where summation of r is equal to radius of curvature, n is total number of corners, r radius of the maximum inscribed circle. So in this way we have to take irregular object like fruits or vegetable which we will place on a paper, and we will draw the boundaries of that object. Then where there is a irregular corner, there we will draw a circle. Then we will then measure the r1, r2, r3, r4, r5. That is, the summation of is nothing but the radius of curvature, and n is the number of corners. Third method to determine the roundness is roundness ratio, which is nothing but the ratio of the radius of curvature of the sharpest corner to the mean radius of the object, and this is shown by this diagram. So in this way, in this lecture we studied about the size and the method to determine the size and the roundness property of the biological material. And so to determine the size there are various methods such as micrometer screw gauge method, vernier scale method, projection method, traveling microscope method, and the sieve analysis method. To determine the roundness, there are three mathematical expressions which are used to measure the roundness of the biological material. Thank you.